Kodak was once one of the most powerful companies in photography. For generations, if you wanted to take a picture, chances were you needed Kodak. But here's the shocking part. Kodak actually helped create the technology that would eventually replace its own film business. So how did a company that helped invent the future end up losing its position in it? For much of the 20th century, Kodak was everywhere. The company didn't just sell cameras. It built an entire business around photography. Kodak sold film, photographic paper, processing services, and cameras. Every photograph taken created another opportunity for Kodak to make money, and this business model was incredibly successful. But then, in 1975, something happened inside Kodak that sounds almost unbelievable today. Kodak engineer Steven Sasson built one of the first digital cameras. The prototype was huge, slow, and had extremely low image resolution compared with modern cameras. But the basic idea was revolutionary. Photography no longer needed film, and that's where Kodak faced a difficult problem. Digital photography threatened the very business that had made Kodak successful. Kodak had a huge and profitable film business. Why completely replace a product that was already making money? But technology doesn't wait forever. Digital cameras became smaller, better, and cheaper. Pictures could be viewed almost instantly. There was no film to buy, no waiting for photographs to be developed, and no limit of 24 or 36 pictures per roll. Consumers started changing their habits, and the photography industry started changing with them. Then came an even bigger disruption: the smartphone. Suddenly, millions of people were carrying a camera in their pocket. Photography became instant, digital, and connected to the internet. The old photography business model was disappearing. Kodak struggled to adapt quickly enough to this new reality. As digital photography destroyed demand for traditional film, Kodak's old business became harder and harder to sustain. In January 2012, Kodak filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. But Kodak's story isn't simply about a company that failed to innovate. It's more complicated than that. Kodak had talented engineers. The company developed important digital technology. The deeper lesson is about business incentives. Sometimes the biggest threat to a successful company isn't a lack of ideas. It's being afraid to destroy the business that is already making money. Kodak's story teaches us several important business lessons. First, never stop adapting. Markets change whether you're ready or not. Second, question your business model. Today's biggest source of revenue could become tomorrow's biggest weakness. Third, don't fear your own innovation. If a new technology can replace your product, understand it before someone else does. And finally, remember that success can create blind spots. The bigger a company becomes, the harder change can sometimes be. Kodak once taught the world how to capture memories, but the company learned a painful business lesson. The future doesn't wait for companies that refuse to change. This is Money Behind the Story. Subscribe for more stories about the companies, money, and strategies that change the world.